Welcome. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Here, Jay, in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point. Jay, they have a squad here in Philadelphia. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
To Tobias Harris. Can't connect from inside. New York in control of the basketball. Smith. To Julius Randle. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Julius Randle at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 71% for his career. And he missed the free throw. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Smith now into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Joel Embiid pins it. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Going to launch beyond the arc. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Possession lies with New York. Now a steal by Philly.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Lays it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Julius Randle. Here comes the screen. To Kevin Knox. Sixers able to clear the rebound. Finish that. That one's going to be out of bounds. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Great feed. Sets it up. And scores. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Oh, they call the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat, and I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Hayden with the basketball. Down 5. To Kevin Knox. 5 to shoot. Kevin Knox. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Knicks with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayden to Gibson. Can't miss those.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Hayden into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
To Tobias Harris. For 3, they snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Tobias Harris. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Knicks have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Short jumper won't fall. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Hayden with the basketball. Down a point. Here comes the screen. To Taj Gibson. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Driving right to the basket. Elfrid Payton with the block. Simmons.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Joel Embiid. He's 2 for 2 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Gibson.
Defensive 40-second violation for the 76ers. For New York.
And he hits. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game.
Jay, last few drafts, the Knicks have gone younger. What do you like about Kevin Knox and his raw potential?
His upside. He just turned 19 on August 11th of this past summer, and what he did in Summer League blew my mind. Was first-team All-NBA Summer League, averaged 24 points, shooting 47% from the field. This kid has every chance to be a star.
Smith to Kevin Knox. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
There it is, Al Horford. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Curling inside. Sixers with the rebound. Simmons into the front court. Lead is 2. Count the basket inside.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
The drive, right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Smith into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. Almost unlucky bounce. Down for Smith. Al Horford able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And one. Embiid good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Smith with it up top. Under a minute to go before halftime. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Off the assist. Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Smith. To Julius Randle. Gets a look. Can't hit. Burke with it. It's a 9-point lead. Gets to the basket and scores.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
New York Knicks basketball. Here comes the screen. And he finishes at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
From the painted area, won't go down. Long key from three-quarters court. Time expires to end the first half. The 76ers have the lead.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The 76ers are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Knicks were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game trap. Rebounds.
The Philadelphia 76ers are putting in the kind of effort that doesn't always show up in our top plays. But it can't be said enough how important it is to take control of the boards. That's exactly what this squad has done in this matchup.
Player of the half.
Simmons really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop. Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
The possession lies with New York. To Kevin Knox. Randle to Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Knocks down the first. Just a second. Knocks down all three at the line. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Dennis Smith Jr. Beyond the arc for three. Not that time. He misses. Won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Match up, match up, match up. Match up, baby.
Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And if I'm on the defensive end, this is where I apply more pressure. I want to make sure this guy does not get going in the second half.
Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
To Kevin Knox. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Harris to Simmons. Deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Fires the three. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good. Second and three is good. Three for three. Nice. New York in control of the basketball. Runner here won't go. Embiid to Simmons. To Richardson. Lets it fly from long range. He engulfed him that time. Into the front court comes Smith. His guys down 11. Randall to Kevin Knox. Off the assist.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Oh, Ben Simmons. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7, because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Sixers call for time as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid looking good. 4 for 5.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Dennis Smith Jr. off the mark. Embiid to Tobias Harris from long range. Tobias Harris is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw.
Keep working him out, boy. You can't guard you.
Knocks down the second free throw.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3.
Get your money, man.
Smith with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Gibson.
Knock that down.
Smith to Taj Gibson. Short jumper off the mark. Richardson. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
He'll let one fly from half court. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. And a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Burke with it. They lead it by 14. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Possession lies with New York. Al Horford swats it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Burke with it. His guys holding the big lead.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Burke with it. Looking to make something happen.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Knicks with the basketball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Elfrid Payton at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. One free throw good, so he converts on the 3-point play, and the lead down to 11. Burke with it. He'll run the offense. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Off the mark. No good. Kevin Knox to Payton. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Rebound hauled in by New York. Payton to Kevin Knox. Shot from the lane won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Taj Gibson. Nice pass to set things up. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Smith now into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. And the basket good at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
New York Knicks basketball. Probing the defense. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one, count it. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Payton into the front court. His guys down by 9. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Payton with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Count the bucket for 2.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Sixers have the basketball. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. The screen sets him up for two.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Smith with the basketball. Leads forward. And the slam. Timeout here for the Knicks. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game.
Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Screen coming your way. Screen coming your way.
Nice pass to get things going.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
And they'll get the intentional foul here with 17 seconds to go.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Knocks it down from mid-range. Joel Embiid. He's now 5 for 6. Late heave to beat the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers emerged victorious after a tight finish.
And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks must be devastated after such a close loss. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
Simmons read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.